What is up, everybody? Welcome to Gates of the Round Discussion Vidcast. We are, of course, here to talk all about episode 6 of 2 of Game of Thrones, Home. Let's just hurry up and get the intros, because I know we got a lot to talk about. Starting off with our editor-in-chief, Matt Moore. What you think of this episode?
Episode of what? Is this the Game of Thrones? I missed it. I didn't miss anything important, did I?
No, it was a standard episode, just kind of nothing relevant really happened, you know.
All right. Just as so long as Jon Snow didn't come back, I'm fine.
Oh, okay. Well, then I think you'll be okay. Lou, how about what you do? It's like, what do you think of this episode?
I enjoyed it. You know, Tyrion stole the show once again.
Yeah, it's Tyrion. Charles, how about you, man? What do you think of this one?
I loved it. I thought it was great. Best part we all know is what happened at the end of the episode, but overall the episode was fantastic, especially the Tyrion bits.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a moment. Last and most certainly not least, Isaiah, what do you think of this one?
I love everything. It was just great. And Captain America's at the end. It's always great, man.
Okay, I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that last bit. Let's go ahead and just jump to the good bit. It's like in last week's episode, we all made a lot of estimates about when because Jon Snow come back to life, we all knew it was gonna happen. It was inevitable. We all made estimates about when that would happen. Dear God, are we all wrong? I did not expect to get that.
That is not true. Not all of us were wrong. One of us predicted that it would be 3 or less episodes.
Yeah, you said 3 or less, but none of us was expecting 2.
Yeah.
I will say that you were the closest, Matt, because I know I was expecting 4. I was expecting 4. Yeah, none of us expected it to happen in the second episode.
And you know what? I am of the belief that next episode is going to be even bigger than this one.
Oh yeah, because this one is Jon Snow is resurrected, but nobody actually realizes it yet. Next week it's gonna be Lucy. You got some splaining to do.
Oh, it's called karma. It was called karma. Like, hey, are you guys standing? Yeah, karma's a bitch.
I have a very strong feeling. I have a very strong feeling that next week's episode is going to be almost entirely taking place in Castle Black. I would not be surprised at all if it would be focusing on Jon Snow's resurrection. So we might get a few bits in the other sections, but I'd say for the most part it's going to be Castle Black the entire episode.
You didn't watch the preview.
I'm going to say that I don't believe in child abuse. However, there is definitely an exception that should be made in this next episode.
Oh yeah,
because that 12-year-old boy needs a beating.
12-year-old boy needs to die.
It's like if I was John, I'd be like, okay, okay, wait, this knife wound came from you. I'm gonna kill you first. I'm just gonna go from the bottom up.
All people killed me, and also that other asshole never liked me. So you're on my shit list, by the way.
But John, we were actually discussing last week is the entire vow of the Night's Watch is that it's you remember until you die, which John did. I mean, he's back now, but he did die. So it's technically in my mind, his obligations to the Night's Watch is sort of over.
Yeah, I was actually having a conversation with someone about this. Is the very next episode is known as Oathbreaker. Now, there are 2 different things that could be, at least in my opinion.
Yeah.
One, it could be Jon has successfully broken his oath, without getting in trouble, and therefore he's the Oathbreaker. Or 2, there is a sword in Game of Thrones by the name of Oathkeeper.
Yeah, that's Brienne's sword.
Yes, exactly. And just 1 episode ago, she gave her oath that she was going to protect Sansa. If Sansa fucking dies, I'm going to be a bit pissed, because Sansa was just finally starting to get cool.
I know, right?
I don't think they'll go that route. I honestly don't. Because that was the thought that I had in my head also, was when I saw the name of next week's episode. But yeah, there's just no good story reason for doing that.
I really want Sansa to become, because she's finally getting her head out of her ass.
Yeah.
About fucking time. It only took 6 years.
Yeah.
I
Also
want
raped
her
too.
to
So yeah.
be kind of like her mother, except maybe even more so. To where, yes, she's a lady, but don't fuck with her, because she will fucking kick your ass.
Well, now she can. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's what I'd like Sansa to turn into, is basically her mom.
Yeah. Same here. I love that a lot.
Because her mom kicked ass.
Yeah, definitely.
Until she got her throat slit.
Until she got her throat slit, yes.
Yes, unfortunately, Red Wedding.
I was going to say, in the books, that didn't stop her from kicking ass.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna
very much. She took someone with her.
Well,
Yeah, it's like-
the show is not the book.
Yeah, she's kind of still kicking ass in the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Slit throat or no, it's not really holding her up very much right now. Although I do understand how come they didn't do it in the show. Because I don't know how big of a role that Lady Stoneheart would have played in the grander things.
Yeah. I just think it would have been nice to keep the character around, to keep the actress around.
Yeah.
Because she played that character really well.
likewise.
She did, but you know she's busy making shitty TV shows.
Oh, is she?
Yeah. The family. She's part of a family.
Well, that's nothing new. She's part of the family. The dead family, but hey, it's okay. It's okay.
That's the name of the TV show, fool.
I don't care. I never watched it or I knew about it. So it's all good.
Yeah, I'm ignorant. It's okay. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Thank you. See, even DeAno understands me. See, he understands me. Thank you.
You're making me regret
So,
having him.
yeah,
as
that's
Words
what I
that
understand.
say,
That's what the fuck I
drink
understand.
and I know things. And then
Yeah.
we need Isaiah one that says, I smoke crack and I know nothing.
For real.
I should take that too. That was a cool meeting. That was really cool.
Yeah,
With a
man.
Captain
Let's
America
go ahead
shield
and
at the
talk
bottom
about
of
that
it.
bit. Let's go ahead and talk about that bit. It's like, I mean, yeah, because Tyrion is like did a large part of show stealing in this episode. It's like, I mean, he played a very large role in things. It's like I like how it's like he kind of walked the city at first to kind of see what he was getting himself into.
Yeah, the thing about Tyrion's moments that really made me smile was when he was in the main chamber and they were talking to each other, and he basically said yeah, he made jokes
Still
about
a spider.
he made jokes about dwarves, I make jokes about eunuchs, and I'm like,
And then he's all like, but I don't make jokes about dwarves.
Yeah, and Tyrion's like, you think them? It's like, close enough.
But yeah, he
actually,
ended up volunteering himself to do something very, 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 very stupid.
Yes. It was smart though. It was smart.
I don't think that was enough berries.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it really wasn't.
Very strong side.
Yeah, it's
like,
like,
if I ever have an idea like that again, punch me in the face.
Well, I
yeah,
already did it anyway, so.
Don't
Like,
punch him in the face.
okay.
Let him fucking do it until he dies.
yeah, it's like, okay, it's like, I mean, how does this one go in his head? It's like, okay, here's the plan. I'm gonna walk into a chamber all by myself with two very large, chained up, pissed off dragons.
Actually, 2, not 3.
Released. I said 2. Listen.
No, he said 3.
I said 2.
He
No,
said
he said
two.
two.
I'll block him. I got it. Oh, you got it. Oh, okay, you got it.
So, anyway, for the people that actually, know how to listen, 2 very large, pissed off dragons, and free those very large, pissed off dragons. That was the plan. That is a Tyrion Lannister original.
And that's just it. Is someone in the back channel, Todd, who cannot be with us because his computer sucks,
Yep.
mentioned in the chat something that's very important. Is in the books, and I'm thinking that they're going to keep this going.
Uh-huh.
In the books, if you don't touch a dragon, the only people who can touch a dragon are people with dragon blood, or Targaryens, which are dragon blood. So the question is if they end up keeping that from the book, that might have been a big hint for the book readers.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's like, I mean, if Tyrion was able to touch that dragon and come away unscathed, that is a large hint that there is Targaryen in his blood. And that's something that we've discussed here on the show before.
What played into Tyrion's hands also was the dragons didn't want to eat. So that could have played a factor into him being able to unchain them.
And besides, if they were going to eat, why
would
they eat?
They don't need to eat in order to kill.
That is true, but
they didn't look like they had that killer instinct in them. They want something bigger.
Yeah, I guess Tyrion is only about a little bit more than a McNugget as far as they're concerned.
I was gonna say. And not even a big McNugget, like the 20 for $4 McNuggets.
Oh, I was thinking more like a single McNugget.
Wow. So many McNuggets.
But yeah, it was interesting because the first one was like very cautious, like, what are you doing? All right.
Well, it's like
I'm not going to eat you yet. And then he frees them. And the second one's all like,
okay, me now. Yep, here we go. Sign me up.
Well, they're smart dragons. I was like,
yeah, but it's like the first one, because because the interesting thing to me is like when he first came into the chamber, it's like that first dragon. It's like you could see, he's like he was building up fire in his throat, and then he like stopped. Like he absolutely just stopped doing that.
Well, my thought on that is he probably stopped because of the fact that, one, he saw that this was a little guy, and two, he saw this was a little guy with no weapons. So whether he's a Targaryen or not, obviously Tyrion was not a threat in any way.
Or what
like
if he
they
just
could
stopped
literally slash him like a grape.
He just liked Tyrion. He liked his small little size. He felt no harm.
Maybe they think of him as like a little kid, like a little brother.
That's the dragon.
Like, oh, how cute! Or a pet. They probably think of him as a pet.
I mean, the spider had the best.
I always like to think of something across the lines of like a stuffed animal, like a teddy bear or something.
That could unchain them.
I could see that. Yeah.
If y'all say so. No, it's like there's definitely something more going on. It's like there's a lot to Tyrion's past that even he may not be aware of yet. That I think we'll discover. It's like probably not this season entirely. It's like I think we'll get continual hints about it, but nothing too big will be revealed quite yet.
And this isn't actually a wild speculation of mine. This isn't necessarily what I'm considering to be true, but there is other evidence towards this. First off, the reason that Tywin hates him so much may not be because he's a dwarf, but because he's, legitimately not his.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That may be why Tywin allowed him to be sexually molested by his sister when he was a baby.
Oh, yeah. That was fucked up.
Because he was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I always thought that he was hated by his father because he blamed him for his mother's death.
That could be it, too. I mean, it could be all of the above.
That's a part of it, but it's like I don't think that's it.
Right, it's more to it.
His mama got down with a Targaryen.
Yeah, and that might not have been optional.
Yes, exactly.
Also, he's a rape baby.
That's just a theory. But
Have you been watching this show? Most of these people are rape babies.
Yeah, they're all rapists.
Well, maybe not most, but probably 50%.
It's a high percentage, yes.
Yeah, large amounts of them.
Yeah.
And let's see, it's like Ramsay Bolton is back to his psychopathic ways.
Oh my god, that was
Oh
crazy.
my god, that boy is killing so many fucking people now.
I know, and then he killed his own brother and his mother too by dogs. Like, damn, that's
He
fucked
killed
up.
his father.
Well, who cared about his father? Who cared about his sister? Oh, his step, whatever. Who gives a fuck? Anyways, those people who died.
Yeah, he killed his father, he killed his mother, he killed his brother.
It was
But you know
cold.
why
Like,
he killed his father? It was plain as day. Last episode, father says, "If I have a son, he's going to be my heir, unless you produce one with Sansa." And Sansa can't be found, so he kind of already. The father's dumbass got the wheels in motion.
Right, it's like, oh, well, plan B then. I'm just gonna kill you and kill her and kill everybody else up in this bitch. Take over.
Dude,
and now I'm Mortal. What's up?
Them hounds, they love human meat.
I know. It was like it was interesting and also hard to watch. It's like, damn, that's kind of fucked up.
Why was it hard to watch? They didn't show anything.
For real.
I mean, all they did was show Homegirl walk into the thing, he closes it up behind her, and then he opens up all the fucking gates.
But it's the imagination.
All you do is see the camera focus on him and hear sound.
No, it's the imagination behind the sounds. Like, man, that's kind of fucked up because the dog's just tearing in and out, and then the child too. It's like,
but they
damn,
did. Well, in Isaiah's defense, I would have to say that the whole hearing the sounds and being able to see the scene play out in your imagination in some ways is actually worse.
I thought it was awesome.
I didn't say it wasn't awesome.
Worse in a good way. Worse in a good way, meaning that it's more graphic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
More sadistic.
Yeah, because your imagination is always going to do things that it's like, I mean, even they probably couldn't do it like on their own. It's a good way of shooting that scene.
This is why I like Ramsey a little bit more than Joffrey, and that kind of sounds stupid, but Ramsey pretty much,
everything you say sounds stupid, Isaiah.
I know, too late.
Don't need to preface it.
But Ramsey, he knows he's crazy. He knows he's just a vicious person. He doesn't play it off. He just goes for it. Joffrey said, "Oh, he's trying to be something he's not. He's just an asshole. That's what he is." But Ramsey, he's an asshole, but he's also.
Joffrey's problem was he was abusing his power. He let the power get to his head, knowing damn well he didn't have to worry about consequences. Ramsey is just sadistic.
Well, yeah,
I mean, Ramsey's got the mentality that he could fuck you one minute and feed you to the hounds the next.
I know. It was like, damn, he's cold. I mean, I see some cold people, but damn, he's cold. Really cold. Like, damn, you're cold. Mm-mm-mm.
Well, okay. Speaking of abuse of power, we've got Tommen. Tommen's not fucking abusing his power enough. The fuckers all like, "Oh, I'm so sorry that I wasn't stronger." It's like, fucking asshole, you're the king.
Well, he's the king that doesn't know how to
kill the Ice Bearer. Right
in his defense, he is the young king, so young kings do stupid things. He's not experienced enough, so he's gonna make. I don't know.
I just think now that Cersei is basically in charge, the High Sparrow's got a very short lifespan from this point on.
Yeah, because
they're gonna get killed by the mountain, the zombie mountain.
You know what?
Oh, that was so cool too. That you guys brain smashed by the mountain.
Okay, all right.
Zombie mountain. That's a great idea for a movie.
Oh God! Don't tell us the sci-fi channel. Oh God!
I will say the scene that where Cersei was trying to go to her daughter's funeral, and it's like the Kingsguard is standing there. It's like, I mean, what the king said, you can't go, and it's like, and the mountain's kind of like, I can kill all these motherfuckers if you want.
Yeah, it was so damn scary.
They're sitting there like, oh shit. It's like, and then it's like when she went back up, they're like, oh thank God. Like you can see it on the lead dude's face. It's like, oh man, I did not want that to happen.
Right. It's actually the second time that someone who's actually big and taller, people are like afraid, like we're not gonna fuck with them, like at Castle Black.
Here's one interesting thing that came to my mind during that scene. It's that I imagined what would happen if they actually did get into a fight. I imagined that the mountain would take his sword, run it through the chest of the main guy, then he'd pull out the sword, slice it across, cut off the heads of 3 people, and then like 2 guys in the background would run off, and they'd probably be pissing themselves on the way out.
They was already pissing themselves already. Like it was like, oh damn, look at that dude, he's so fucking huge. Just like, okay, we just can't let you go. Please don't kill us.
Yeah, it's like for me, it's like that. That was one of the sort of comedic moments in this. The other one happened at the walls, like when the Goblin showed up, and it's like, and there's that little standoff, and all of a sudden it's like someone shoots the giant with the arrow. He's like, Bitch, fuck off. God damn it.
He just threw him to the wall.
He just took him like a stick and slammed him into the wall and then tossed him. It's like, yeah, we're not going to do that again.
Like, he put the weapon like, okay, I'm going to put this down.
He looked at the arrow in his shoulder. It wasn't how that hurts. It was, damn, that's annoying.
It's like a mosquito bite. Like, damn mosquitoes. And I love how the Night's Watch said, like, oh shit, that's he just shrugged it off, like, okay, we're gonna put our weapons down, we're gonna walk away very calmly, and let's be reason, let's talk about this,
Yeah, at that point they were kind of done. It's like, yep, weapons on the ground, fuck this shit.
Like, you're on your own, dude, you're on your own, like.
All right, I have a wild speculation that I want to throw in right now. I think I know who's ultimately going to take the mountain out.
Who?
Bran.
Huh.
Bran can control Hodor, and Hodor is the only person who's anywhere close to as big as the mountain.
That is true. And also, did you guys already talk about Bran and the Hodor's scenes already?
That was a good scene. I liked that scene. I don't generally like flashbacks, but that was a good one.
That was really good. I
liked it a lot.
I know Hodor had a real name. Like, damn, he had a real name?
I didn't know Hodor used to be able to talk.
What you talking about, You ain't talking like shit.
That makes his story even more interesting. It's like, man, that makes it more interesting now. I'll see how it's going to develop and how it's going to pretty much go to something different, something new. And with Bran's story, I like it even more because since we had a time skip with him, now we know, like, okay, he's developing his powers. He's going to know Hodor more. He's going to do more things that we haven't seen before. So I can't wait for that. That would be really, really cool.
Yep, I have to agree.
Hodor.
If I agreed, I wouldn't admit it.
Fair enough.
but
no, I think that maybe not facing off against the mountain, but I think Bran is going to be a strong physical force. And it's going to be partially because of Hodor.
Yeah.
And partially because maybe or maybe not he might be controlling a dragon.
What do you guys think about Theon Grey pretty much come to his senses and actually save it, like Sansa and also oh my god, I'm gonna forget her name.
Brienne.
And Podrick, whatever. I forgot her name. Podrick.
Brienne.
Thank you, Brienne. I can't remember these people's name like that. Jeez.
You don't remember anything.
Thank you, Luke. Thank you for agreeing with me. Anyways. The scene we had with this scene he had with Sansa Stark was actually really good. It actually shows that he wasn't ready to forgive himself for what he has done to the Stark and also his family himself. Because that was really interesting. Like, oh, okay, that's really interesting. So this is why he was battling with himself. Like we always talked about before. Like he's broken, he's this and that, but he's trying to come back to reality, trying to come back to his old self, but not like an evil self, but something neutral. So
I just thought of something on that. What if after Lord Commander Snow leaves the Night's Watch because he's no longer Lord Commander and he's already fulfilled his thing, Theon ends up becoming a man of the Black, and he ends up being the only man in Black who isn't going to town and fucking the whores, which is against their oath.
Because he can.
I can actually see that. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, he can.
I don't see him going that route. Why would he go
taking the Black?
I thought the heads at the Night's Watch had said that they can't father a child. I mean, sleeping with a whore is different. I mean, it is still against their oath, but it's more forgivable than fathering a child.
Dude, it don't matter. Theon can't do anything.
I know, because he's missing a dick.
I mean, all he can do is eat it and finger it.
Luke, that was actually Matt's point. That's why he brought it up.
Is he ends up being the only one who is...
conversation, Luke.
And because he's the only one not doing that, because he's the only one not doing that, he rises in the ranks pretty quickly. Because he ends up being the self-righteous one.
Yeah, but it's like he has no reason to go to the Night's Watch. None.
That's true. He doesn't have no reason, but
where else can he go? He's literally got
exactly where he said he would go.
His dad is dead.
It's kind of the title of this episode. That's where he went.
Home.
He's going back to the Iron Islands. How is that not clear?
I don't know, because his dad dead.
He's going home.
That could be two things.
They don't have Twitter in Westeros, fucking Isaiah. He doesn't know his dad's dead, but he knows his family's there.
Hey,
he could be going back to Ramsey.
I know it happened. I'm just saying, like the Drowning King is there, but I know he had Drowning Kings there. It's weird.
Drowned King.
Drowned King.
As in already drowned.
My head hurts.
Whoever.
I know. Drowning King is more better.
Hey, thank you. See, thank you so much.
Bitch,
Thanks
man.
for
Why?
encouragement. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah.
Encouragement.
Boyman, is he just a human, or he just taking that title because he survived being drowned? I'm just wondering.
All right. I have to ask. At the moment where Theon Greyjoy's dad was on that bridge, and it was during the storm, and the guy across the way was talking to him, who the hell was that?
That was his brother. That was his brother,
yes.
dude.
Is it like a ghost, or is it actually like?
I was wondering that too.
Because
It was his brother.
I couldn't tell if he was a like a ghost or hallucination, or if he was actually alive. I couldn't tell.
He
was
actually alive. He
pushed the fool off the bridge.
Yeah.
And I think
I see where Charles is going with this. Because supposedly his brother had died, and it did have kind of a spooky, ominous idea for it. But if I were to bet dollars to donuts in one direction, I'd say that he was real. But I do see where you're coming from on that, Charles.
I don't know. And also in the fact that when I looked at the person and then looked at the guy that died, the guy he was talking to was a lot younger than him, and so
yeah, I was wondering that too.
It was just I don't know. Theon's dad looks like that he may be somewhere in his late 60s to early 70s. The other guy that he was talking to looks like that he may have been in his late 30s, early 40s.
And
right.
His mama could have been getting her freak on for a long time.
But it's really
I don't know. It was.
I mean, think about it, Charles. Think about it, Charles. Your mom still gets a freak on. How old are you?
Fuck off!
Wow.
Oh my ears!
Yeah. Let your imagination run away with that, Charles.
Wow.
Yeah. Fall off bridge. Hit rock.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the guy itself. Like, I haven't seen that guy before. So.
Because he was never mentioned.
What'd you say?
He was never mentioned. Or if
right,
he was,
so
he was one of those off-camera personalities.
Right, so
now
I was
he's
wondering.
on camera, and he's going to play a bigger force going forward.
Yeah,
Remember, there's a lot of characters that we don't know about that were in the book that developed a lot of the story better than what the show's done in some points.
I'm saying that was.
From what I understand, we're about to be introduced to a whole bunch of boring Viking dudes.
Oh yeah, that's true. But I was saying because he always showed it was really cool.
Don't talk about the Norsemen like that.
I was saying he showed it was cool and everything. Was he? I mean, to me, when I first watched it, was like, is he real or is he some embodiment of something else? So it was like.
A part of myself actually suspected that it was a sort of a manifestation of the actual drowned god.
Yeah,
that's actually kind of where I was going in my head as well.
Yeah.
But that's just it. Is lately I've had a lot of
shit like weird ways. I mean,
hey, everyone has gods for anything. They got God of light, God of
that scene was pretty
God of
straightforward
ocean,
to me.
God of everything.
I mean, I literally just watched it before you started broadcasting.
Hey, but this show has a lot of gods. We got God of light, God of grass, God of toenails, got God of everything else.
We got God of making Isaiah shut up.
Yeah, it's right there.
My prayers have been answered.
Oh yes. Oh hail
I told you, Charles. Prayer does work. I told you, Charles.
Hail the black box.
Yeah, this is what I have to say to your praying. Okay.
So black box. So which one is that, Lou? Is it actually the black or just me?
So. But no. I can definitely see that maybe the brother was more than just a brother because of the fact that the scene itself did kind of have a spooky idea with it. we did have like the older guy who supposedly had been a captain for a long time, who's like being rocked back and forth, and the other guy's just there like, yeah, whatever. Like, I'm used to this shit.
Yeah.
Like, because the bridge was fucking going crazy.
I actually expected
he's
the
just
bridge
like,
to
yeah, whatever.
his death.
What's that?
Personally, you got to be a dumb fuck to walk out into a windy ass storm on a wooden bridge.
Yeah, like I said,
I was already half
waiting till morning.
I was expecting the bridge to snap from the stress of the wind.
Yeah, I thought so
Yeah.
too. He should have backed up. Like, I'm gonna back up now.
I was like, dude, what the hell are you doing? You shouldn't be walking on a bridge like that in a storm like this.
He didn't give a fuck.
To go with your ghost story, do ghosts bleed?
I don't know. Did he bleed?
Yes,
I
he
still-
did.
yeah.
Before he got killed, he cut him on the cheek.
That was really. It was hard to see that because it was dark and rainy. So
Then
No,
get
I
a better
remember-
television.
Yeah,
I
it was hard
remember,
to see it with
yeah.
it being clearly visible on the screen.
I don't think that was clearly.
Yeah, I remember he
And
did
making
get
a
cut.
point of showcasing him. Lou, did these people even watch the episode? I mean,
I don't know, because I mean, it seems to be. I couldn't see that scene. Then get a better television.
Hey, it was
yes.
fucking raining. What am I gonna do?
It doesn't get better than my computer monitor, and I was able to see it clearly, and I do remember him getting cut. However, even after getting cut and seeing the blood show, I still wasn't sold on him being completely human.
Well, God
Yeah.
damn it, then ghost bleed. There we go.
Okay, bleeds for Matt.
I don't see why not. But in any case,
Or just for you, Whedon, maybe he has a fucking stone like Melisandre, and that's what's keeping him youthful.
sure, why not? Okay, let's kick into wild speculation time.
oh, pretty sure that stone is not keeping her youthful. Pretty
Wait,
sure she just.
are we going to talk about Arya?
What's to talk
Oh
about?
yeah.
Arya gets ass kicked. Then the fucking guy shows up. Arya says she's no name. Okay, now you can come back.
Yeah,
She's the
conversation
man.
over.
Or sorry, he's the man, not the guy.
Well,
Said his name wrong.
he's a man, not the man.
Oh,
You got
sorry.
his name
Then
wrong.
I said it wrong.
He's a no man.
Well, I do have a speculation about Arya.
Go for it.
What's that?
I'm thinking with what they were doing, basically kicking the crap out of her in the alleyway with those staffs. I would not be surprised if they use that as a form of training to be able to heighten her senses now that she is blind, and they're going to stretch it out across the entire season. And by the finale, Arya will still be blind, but she'll be able to kick all kinds of ass on the same level as like Daredevil.
You said that last week.
Did I?
I remember that.
Daredevil.
I'm going to have to look at the video. 'cause
I
don't
think
remember
she's
that.
going to get her vision back and soon.
Yeah, me too. I don't think she'll stay blind.
I hope
Now
that she
that we've
doesn't.
acknowledged that her sight can be brought back, because a man said as much in his attempt at bribery. Now that we know that he can bring it back, I'm pretty sure he's going to bring it back in not too long.
Once she hones in all her senses.
Yes, exactly.
It's like I think it's more. It's even more than just honing in on her senses. Like, I mean, it's like I think until she honestly or at least enough to please him, gives up the idea of being Arya Stark, then he won't return her eyesight.
Yeah, that shit is not going to happen until she gives up Needle.
That's true.
It was like I don't think she'll ever fully give up being Arya Stark. It's like I think she'll just do it enough to please him.
Right.
It's like somewhere in the back of everything. It's like no matter how much conditioning she goes through, she's always going to be Arya Stark in there. She still has a list of people to kill, and she will kill them.
Yeah, I mean, does he know that she hid Needle, or
I
is
don't
he
think
under
so.
the assumption that she threw it into the pond, the ocean?
I don't think he knows about that.
If he knew, he would have made that plain by now.
Right.
Yeah, I think so.
He would have showed it to her to prove a point.
Oh.
But I love those scenes with Arya. I hope I see more.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this time you'll see more with the faceless gods.
Ooh, that'd be more fun. Like the Faceless Gods.
Because they're going to train inside the temple.
Ooh, it would be like Daredevil all over again.
It's not the faceless gods. It's the faceless god, as in singular.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, before this is just turning into us being grammar Nazis against one another. Does anyone else have anything to say about this particular episode?
This episode, no.
No.
Or any other speculation?
Yes.
Yes.
I think we're gonna find out who Jon Snow's real bio parents are next episode.
Ned
No way
Stark
that
is
happens
dead.
this season.
Yes,
Ned
Ned Stark is the only lady.
Ned Stark is his dad. We need to find out who his mother is.
Ned Stark
I
is not
do
his
not
dad.
believe that Ned Stark is his father.
You don't?
Ned
No.
Stark is not his father.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
No.
There's
That just
Very,
is.
very-
We'll find out next episode, but most likely we'll find out next episode in a Bran flashback.
Ooh.
If I'm correct,
At least that's the theory.
If I'm correct, I believe Ned Stark said in season 1 that was his sister's kid.
no, he didn't.
He didn't?
No, it's like the story has always been that was his bastard child that he had as when he went off to war. That's always been his story. I just don't believe it.
Yeah.
Going out and fucking some other bitch and getting her pregnant is for a man of honor like Ned Stark. It's just that does not make any sense.
Yeah,
that
that
makes
was,
no sense at all.
Yeah, what I was looking at is like him having a bastard child out of his own parents. Like, not Ned Stark.
Female character.
Yeah.
Although I do have one.
But him protecting a child of his sister
Yeah.
by claiming it as a bastard child, that's something that Ned Stark would do, and that's exactly what I think happened.
Right.
Well,
right.
I do have a final really wild speculation about Jon Snow next episode. Is that I think that as soon as he gets up off that table and busts the door open, he says, "Where the fuck is that 12-year-old boy that stabbed me?"
I would love to see that if he actually said that. Like, that was really cool.
I need to whoop his
kinda
ass.
funny.
Yeah.
But no, this might be a crazy speculation, which it is crazy. We might get a reunion between the Stark family finally. Finally.
No, I don't think so.
Come on. Come on. I've been dying for one.
If it happens at all, it's going to happen during the finale. That's the only way I can see it can happen.
Yeah, I was gonna
Episode
say Arya's on another fucking continent across an ocean.
Yeah, she's in Bravo, so yeah.
But
Look,
anything is possible, though.
you're going to see Sansa and Jon meet up in episode 9.
Oh, thank God. Ugh.
Because they're about to go to war, and that's where she's going to find Jon. Because Jon's going to go back to take Winterfell.
Oh, I just remembered the fucking White Walkers are going to show up this season. Yes!
Wow, we forgot them?
Is there people who have read the books? Is there any way for Jon Snow to claim the last name Stark with his
On his
father
own,
death?
no.
Well, technically,
can't
like
give it to
a
him?
king. Technically, a king.
Yeah. A king can grant that to him, can give him his name. He can't claim it.
Yeah.
Right.
What if he were the king?
No.
No. What about Benji Stark? Benji Stark, as far as we know, is still alive. He's just missing.
No, there's actually 1, 2, 3, 4.
So Benji Snark, did I just call him Snark? Never mind. Benji Stark, if he's found and he becomes the new patriarch of House Stark, he can legitimize Jon Snow and then he become Jon Stark.
I
Sure.
highly
Isn't
doubt that.
Benji the uncle?
Yeah, Benji is the uncle, but
He
But
died in
something-
season 1.
no, he didn't.
Yes.
He's not dead. We don't know.
No. Technically, Charles is right. It's like everyone does assume that Benji's dead. It's like he was a ranger with the Night's Watch, and they went out and he did not come back. So it's like as far as anyone knows, he's dead. But it's like you know how it is in this genre, man. If there ain't no body, he ain't dead. In hell, shit. In the case of Jon Snow, there was a body, and he still ain't fucking dead.
Well,
So it's like
Stannis is dead.
question.
Stannis is dead.
I don't know. I don't remember his name, but the dude that wanted Jon Snow brought back to life. What if he claims the kingdom, from his former master, and then he names him a
can't.
Stark?
He can't.
can't.
No.
He can't.
He doesn't
The
have
royal
royal
line is
blood.
dead.
No. That just is.
You can't just say I'm king now.
And Night's Watch cannot hold land
or. No, he's not Night's Watch. It's like that guy was Bruce Bolton's. Was Bruce's right hand man.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, he's not Night's Watch.
People mixed up.
No.
But he also does not have royal blood. You can't just say, okay, I'm king now because fuck you. That's why there's got to be a lineage, and he doesn't have that, so that's impossible.
He was Stannis Baratheon's right hand.
It doesn't. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. He was Stannis. You're right. Even though people confused. But my point remains: he does not have royal blood. He cannot claim the throne.
Yeah, but look at the chick in Ironblood Town. She wants to claim the throne as her own, and they're telling her, "No, bitch, we gonna vote you if you're lucky."
Well,
yeah, that's a different situation, though.
Yeah, that is a different situation.
That's not the High King. That's a king. That's a king of one of the kingdoms within. Yeah. It's like the old fucking Europe where you could be a king and control, a few dozen acres, but ultimately, even though you're the king, you still answer to a higher king.
Which is that's happening in Vikings.
She is trying to be one of those kings for the smaller realms.
Yeah, just the Iron Islands. Yeah.
Will we ever see the youngest Stark child ever again? Will we ever see him again?
Who?
The youngest Stark child.
Rickon?
Yeah,
maybe they're not important, and that's why they're not coming back. You have to ask the sadistic George R. Martin for that question.
Oh, he won't tell me shit. He's like, "Now I'll go."
Well, no one tells you.
Contact him on Twitter. He'll respond.
No, he won't.
Yeah, because he's got all this fucking free time. It's not like he's doing anything else.
It's like asking Alan, like, "Hey, why did you watch the Watchmen film?" He said, "Go fuck yourself and be done with that."
Okay, I have no idea what Isaiah's talking about. I don't care. We're going to go ahead and wrap up this episode of Geeks and Around. We got 8 episodes left in the season of Game of Thrones, and Geeks Around be with you every single step of the way at geeksaround.com. Don't forget to check out all of our social media offerings on YouTube, Google+, Twitter, and Facebook. We're on all that under Geeks Around. If you have anything for us, you can always give us a call. Leave a message on our voicemail line. That number is 801-609-GOTR. Again, that is 801-609-4687. Until next week, we are Ghosts.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.